I had the worst symptoms imaginable when I was going through my DPDR. And one of the worst ones was basically just feeling spaced out 24 hours a day. I had this for so long, for what felt like years. Now, it's not like I was just sort of sitting there and putting up with it. I was trying to recover, I was trying to get out of it. And so I thought, well, look, the best thing for me is to go to therapy, somebody who's trained in this. So I did. I found a therapist and we worked together for quite a long time. But what I was finding is that I wasn't really getting better. I was spending a lot of time talking about my past and how I was feeling that week and other things. But if you've tried a therapist too, you might have experienced this as well, where I actually knew more about DPDR than my therapist did. And this was really concerning for me and really deflating and kind of worrying, adding to the problem. Because I thought, well, look, if this professional doesn't even really know what I'm going through and what I'm talking about, how are they going to have any hope in actually helping me get out of this? And there was a point when I was going through therapy that I actually started to move backwards rather than forwards. And by this time, it had been months of therapy, and I'd already spent thousands of dollars on this therapist. And I'm like, well, look, what have I got to show for that? Eventually, what I came to realize is that more therapy or standard advice wasn't enough for me. It's not doing enough. The time and the money that I've spent on this already and the way that I'm feeling from it is evidence that this isn't working for me. This isn't what I need. And if you're feeling like you're not progressing with therapy and you're feeling stuck with it, and if you want to go deeper, then I've created a course that goes into the mindset shifts that I use to recover a lot quicker. And the link to that's in the description if you want to check it out. What I found with my mindset around this and sort of the shift which didn't really click with me or work with me was that I sort of had this internal belief that there's some kind of trauma I've been through, or there's some kind of thing that I've been through in the past that's having such a significant impact on me right now. And I spent so much time with my therapist trying to figure out what that was. But it turns out is that there was no traumatic event. And even if you're watching this right now saying to yourself, well, I'm different, I did have a traumatic event. Trauma is horrible, and anxiety and DPDR can be a result of the trauma. But what I find when I'm helping people through this, people like you who say, yeah, I took drugs and this happened, or, I had a bad experience this time and then it put me into DPDR. It's never usually just that single thing. It's the last piece of stress that you needed in an already stressful life. And if you're anything like me, sort of having these rules that you've set up for yourself about what recovery has to look like and what you have to talk about and how you got into this and needing to know that, then I completely understand. And that's why it can feel like you're not getting anywhere with therapy. But perhaps that mindset shift which you need is going to be the thing to bring you a lot faster results, just like it did with me. And if this sounds like it's for you, then watch my next video where I talk about why most DPDR and anxiety recovery advice is the thing which is actually keeping you in the cycle rather than getting you out of it. I'll link it here and also in a pinned comment, so go check out that video right now to see if you're following advice which is holding you back rather than helping you.